Hello everyone and welcome to Buck Coding. I hope you all are extremely good. So today in this video we are going to find the solution of the problem that how to find the factorial of a number using recursion, right? So you are given a number n and you have to calculate the factorial of that number n using recursion, right? So let's find out how can we do this. So we have to do this problem using recursion, right? So we have to find our faith and expectation, right? So let's figure out that. We know that the factorial of a number, say 5, is what? 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. This is what the factorial of 5, right? Now our expectation in this case is what? That if we are given a number n, the function will return us the factorial of n, right? So you are given a number 5 and the function will give us the factorial of 5, that is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? So this is our expectation. Now let's figure out the faith. Our faith is what? That if the function is giving us the factorial of n, then the function will give us the factorial of n minus 1, right? So in this case the function is giving us the factorial of 5. Now this function will also give us the factorial of 4. Now factorial of 4 is what? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? Now how our faith and expectation meets in this problem, right? So how our faith meet our expectation? We know that the factorial of 5 is what? 5 into this is what? This is what? This is factorial of 4, right? So we can write the factorial of 5 as factorial of 4. We have to multiply the number with that factorial. So we have to multiply 5 with it. So our factorial of n will be what? N, the number itself, multiplied by factorial of n minus 1, right? So this is what? This is our high level thinking. We have figured out our expectation and faith, right? So let's execute this high level thinking. Now we have to find what? The factorial of n minus 1. Factorial of n minus 1. The factorial of n minus 1 is what? We have to call the factorial of the number minus 1, right? Now the factorial of n is what? The factorial of n is the number given in this case is what? X. The number multiplied by the factorial of n minus 1, right? Now we have to return this as our result, right? Now let's figure out the low level thinking. By using the low level thinking, we will figure out our base case for this problem. So this is our code, right? So we are using three variables here, right? So we are using three variables here, the number, right? The factorial of n minus 1, this is what are n, right? The given number. The factorial of n minus 1 and the factorial of n, right? So let's figure out. We pass the factorial of x, right? So x in this case is 5. We are taking the example of x is equal to 5, right? So this is a line number 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now the line number 1 will call the factorial of n minus 1, right? So this is our first call, this is our next call. Now 5 will call the factorial of n minus 1, that is x minus 1, that is 4, right? Now again the 4 factorial of 4 will call the factorial of 3, right, at line number 1. Again the factorial of 3 will call the factorial of 2 at line number 1. Factorial of 2 will call factorial of 1 at line number 1. Now we want what? We want 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Factorial of 2 is what? 2 into factorial of 1. Now factorial of 1 is always 1, right? So our base case will be what? If our number becomes 1, then we have to return 1 because the factorial of 1 is what? 1, right? So this is our base case. So at this line at this line our function will return us 1, right? Now this 1 will stored in this, right? Now this 1 will stored in function of factorial of n minus 1 for the value of x is 2, right? So this 1 will return 1 in factorial of n minus 1, right, at line number 1. This is our base case, right? Now we have executed the line number of 1 for all the calls. Now at line number 2, this will return the factorial of, at line number 1, this will return 1 is stored in the factorial of n minus 1. Now at line number 2, the number x in this case is what? 2. The number multiplies itself with factorial of n minus 1 and the result is stored in factorial of n. Now at line number 3, this factorial of n minus 1 is returned to the low level, that is for x is equal to 3, right? 2 is stored in the factorial of n minus 1. Now at line number 2, for the value of x as 3, the number itself, the number in this case is 3, multiplies itself with factorial of n minus 1 and the result is stored in factorial of n, right? So 6 is stored in factorial of n, and at line number 3, 6 is returned to the low level, right? So 6 is returned to the value of when the value of x is what? 4, right? Now again the for x is equal to 4, right? For at line number 2, 4 multiply itself with the factorial of n minus 1 and result is stored in the factorial of n. At line number 3, this f of n minus 1, the factorial of n, the factorial of 4 is returned to factorial of 5, right? So for x is equal to 5, factorial in factorial of n minus 1, 24 is stored, right? For at line number 2, 5 multiply itself, our x in this case is 5, 5 multiplies itself with the factorial of 4 and the result is stored in factorial of n, factorial of 5, right? So at line number 3, this result is returned to the main function, and at this line the factorial of 5 is get printed, so 120 is get printed in this case, right? So this is our low level thinking, how this program is executing, right? So let's try to execute this. So we are getting the correct answer. Let's try to submit it. So our code is getting submitted, right? So we are doing what? We are just meeting our faith with expectation, right? Now our expectation is what? That the function will return us the factorial of 5, which is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? Our faith is what? That if the function is giving us the factorial of n, then it will give us the factorial of n minus 1, right? So in this case, in case of 5, this function will give us the factorial of 4, which is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now how our faith meets our expectation? We know that the factorial of 5 is what? 5 into factorial of 4, right? So we store factorial of n minus 1 in a variable f, factorial of n minus 1, and the number multiply itself with that result, which gives us the final result, right? So in case of 5, 5 multiply itself with factorial of n minus 1, that is 4, right? So we are getting a result. In case of factorial of 4, 4 multiply itself with factorial of 3, we are getting the correct result. Factorial of 3, in factorial of 3, 3 multiply itself with factorial of 2, we are getting the correct result. So in factorial of 2, 2 multiply itself with factorial of 1, we are getting the correct result. So factorial of 1 is what? 1 always. So this is our base case. So in the base case, the base case is returning us 1, so we are getting the factorial for 5, right? So I hope the question is clear to you. So if you understand the question, then give a like to this video. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.